Hello and welcome to our update on the Digital Product Factory for Industries. Before I start, I wanted to take you through a quick recap of what we've been working on with the Digital Product Factory. Here we submit a request. As we go down through this submit a request, we build a product template using App Engine Studio. Once the product is built, we'll then create an assignment group, and then we create all the users that you need to run the application, including an end user, test agent user, then also a developer user. So this way you have the users where you can change the app, another user where you can test the app as an end user, and another user where you can test the app as the agent. So we build both the support model, which is CSDM, and the delivery model, which is going to be built on the industry application itself. Agentic assistants come in and they'll build additional services that you may have specified that were not part of the original template. I'll show you an example of that as when we go through the demonstration. At the end, it's all about applying the permissions needed and sending the email to the developer. The part we're going to focus on today is what happens after the initial product is built. So let's say you built a product and it has 5 services in it, but you want to add something on now and make it go the extra mile. The first addition to that we're going to use is we're going to use agents to help us build those additional things. And these agents are going to ask them if they want help building a playbook for one or more of the services within their newly built application. If you imagine a car rolling off the assembly line, and now we want to accessorize that car. We want to add leather seats in, for example. That might be what this is, that digital assistant at the end. It is post-build, but it's shortly after the post-build when this happens. Let's jump in where we built the application, and then we'll jump right into the agentic part and demonstrate that. I pick a digital product factory. So in this case, I was using Digital Product Factory for public sector. I submitted a request, and the ones I did was public records request. After that factory build ran, it gave me an output, and it says, all your services are ready. You can test them out here as the end user, and you'll be launched into a directory where for industry portal it is. In this case, it's the government services portal, and it'll take you in and it'll say, inside that application, I built you 3 different services. Ask a question about the program, file a complaint or a request into it, or a specific one that was built by AI that was not part of the template. I requested marriage license, and then all of the different variables that came in from that catalog request. In RITM 1092, this Digital Product Factory came in. I'm able to click on that and start building this playbook. The mission is to retrieve a list of services for the application. The predefined directive, the first step is to get that list and to say which service inside that application do you want to build the playbook for. I'm going to switch out so we have it more in a debug mode, and I can show you the complete end-to-end what's going on with the agents. This is that same playbook builder. It's called the Digital Product Factory Playbook Builder. And this is the same one that's running in the interface, except I'm running it in sort of a debug, what we call the playground. It's the AI Agent Studio. It's the same mission that we saw in the other interface. So yes, my mission is to go ahead and find a list of services. Because I'm in supervised mode, it's asking me as the agent a prompt, is that actually what you want to do? So yes, I want to go ahead and proceed. For that RITM, which application was built, and then within that application, what individual services are available. You can see the agent that's get services built by the factory is doing that. First discovering the app, and then discovering, hey, there's 5 different services inside of that application. Which one do you want to build a playbook for? So here I'm able to select, because my agent needs to know which one do I want to build the playbook for. I want to build the playbook for the Mississippi marriage license online access. That's the one that was built by our AI in the build phase. Now that I know what service I wanted to build a playbook for, it's able to take the description of that service along with the title of the service. Now I have another agent that is able to create the prompt for me so that I can pass that prompt into a playbook builder. So now I know the application. I know the service that we want to build it for. And now once I have the prompt, I have everything I need to build a playbook. Pass it into that last agent who is able to build a playbook. Because I have this in debug mode, you're actually able to read what the agents are doing here at a high level because it's supervised. This is called a model of experts. So to talk to each of the experts in the process. Now you can see that I passed the definition. These are the types of things we want in our playbook in order to fulfill that request a marriage license. Now it says, please specify any changes I would like to make. I don't want to make any changes, but I might want to edit what it actually wrote me for the prompt. Once I have that prompt finalized, I could pass it to the Now Assist Playbook creator. What I've done in my last agent is this new playbook builder. This is actually calling the API, and this is newly published in Yokohama, but it's an API for the playbook creator. Go ahead and do our final step, which is to actually generate that playbook. Now that the playbook's been generated, you'll see that we have the name of the playbook, where our AI agents named it the name of the service with playbook at the end. We also have the description that came over that was rated by that other LLM call, which was an agent that built our prompt for us. And we also have the application that our first agent was able to locate for us when we discovered the initial services for the application. With all this context, I have the prompt, the name, and the application. I'm able to go ahead and review the playbook that the playbook creator created for us. As I go through here, I'll see the different stages, and these are the stages that were recommended in the prompt. Request processing, agent verification, document handling, all the way through to the end when we do any documentation and escalations. At this point, we're not submitted into the database. We're just looking at a preliminary. Once we go ahead and save and edit it, it's going to add it to my application. If I go back and I look at my application inventory, I'll see that new playbook in there. Two, it's also going to say where are there pieces where I have to still go do some work. So here I might have to configure document delivery. It gives me a little alert on there. And the reason I would have to configure that is to say which table am I verifying against. Also working on this part, but in the beginning, it's also going to tell you which record do you want to trigger off of. There's certain things that AI will not do all the way for you. I am going to have the digital factory do this for you in the end. So we'll actually be able to trigger off of a record created, choose a specific table for it. These are things you'll have to do afterwards, but AI gave us the bulk of the work for the playbook. It built all our stages. It built potential items within those stages that you might want to have the agent do. This way you can get a feel for all those pieces before you actually go ahead and save it into your application. I go back to my application that I was showing you, which is the My PRR 12 application. So if I click on, you can edit the forms here, and going as the developer, you'll see that I have 4 sections. I have my data section. I'm using the tables out of here still to submit those requests. The experience section, which is all my forms. You'll see now I have a Mississippi marriage license online playbook. So the playbook we just developed with AI is now available to the developer or the citizen developer to make additional changes. Works really nice, but something that may have taken a few weeks now just took me about 10 minutes to run you through in creating a playbook using AI. That's our latest addition to the Digital Product Factory. Thank you very much.